Alright guys, we are 1084 at this 4th alarm here in Brooklyn. Fire in a 2-story church. Fires in the cockloft, which is the space between the top floor ceiling and the roof. It's been going on for a little bit. Prolonged operations. They did have a 1066 transmitted for a missing trapped firefighter. The firefighter has been recovered with minor injuries. Walked out on his own. We're about an hour and so into this incident. Took a little bit to get over here. Heavy traffic. It is Easter Sunday. We have at least 3 tower ladders in operation, deck gun in operation off engine 237, and 3 hand lines still in operation. I believe they pulled everybody out of the building.
Very good. You can hold up on that line. We got 329. That's one. Yeah, yeah. From the bus? Yeah, just give it a shot. It's all starting to collapse in. Alright, that's 4.
Alright guys, so they have 2 tower ladders in operation. As you guys saw, there's 2 holes in the roof with fire coming out. Probably gonna have to work on a 3rd tower ladder.
The chauffeur. Command to 124 bucket. High and see if we how far to the rear we can get. Bucket. Yeah, we see it. We're gonna back up now. 4 buckets. Yeah. Exposure 3. I want everybody out of that alleyway in between the buildings. You can put the portables on the rear of that building. That's the exposure 3. Go out of the way. We just got the 2 lines flowing from the ground level. Are we concerned about collapse at all? Is that why you want these guys to be removed from 3? Yeah, let's get them out of the alleyway if you don't mind. Alright, you got about 10. They just open the line. Alright. Yeah, we're just gonna move the portable. We're gonna move to the rear. 146 to 218 chauffeur. 124 to 221 chauffeur. 146 to 218 chauffeur. 218 chauffeur. Yeah, 146 is going to need some more pressure if you can give it to us. 10-4. Command to ladder 163. Ladder 163. Yeah, just see how you're making out down there. We're just finishing up right now. Secondary in the basement is negative. 10-4, thank you. Over to the gym, youth center, and rectory are filled. 10-5, that 163. Over to the rectory, youth center, and the gymnasium are all filled. 10-4. 124, 221 chauffeur. You can open up that discharge against station. 10-4. Any pocket of fire, you just keep the line on that pocket of fire, okay? That's all about. Here comes your water. Yeah, 38 to 146. 146. Yeah, if we're going to do any kind of demolition to the roof, we're going to need a lot more pressure. Alright, 10-4, 146 to triple D chauffeur. If you can give us some more pressure, we're going to appreciate it.
As you guys can see, looks like they have gates and bars on all windows that they had to open up.
There you go.
Alright guys, I'm on the 3-4 corner. Probably gonna go to the roof in a little bit.
Looking a lot of 142, acting 124. 142. Respond to the staging area, Bushwick and Moore. 10-4, show us responding, guys. One 529, dispatcher number 312.
Robbie 4 to continue in there for 30-minute ETA.
You see the plane.
And once you get this place for up, I'm going to have you guys do that. We're going to hold off on that. Still come to engine 228. Yeah, we're going to look into it, but for now, we're and 67. Your 28 is going to be your estimate. Temple. And 117 to 1-4. Battalion 39, we have fire in the cockpit all the way to the exposure 2 side.
So for those that you don't know, the cock-off is the space between the top floor ceiling and the roof. It can vary from a couple feet to a couple inches.
Chauffeur. 216 chauffeur. Those water back to that 2-inch line. That's correct, come to water. Yeah, what do you need something?
2 towel ladders, 1 deck gun in operation.
Need some more pressure in that line.
But a hand line operation starting to hit some of that fire through the window.
You can bring the rig closer down over here. That's where I got that. Darren, if you could swing to the left, hit that pocket of the roof. Just opposite of your bucket. One bucket, wait for water. 37238. Go ahead. Okay, Jeff, the stream's definitely got to stay conservative on how far they go over the bridge. These guys are operating right on the edge of the roof. Trying to make it safe, but they can just be...
Commissioner Pfeiffer, First Deputy Commissioner.
How are we doing up there?
108's ready to get this thing out of here.
207, 216.
How are we doing with towel? Do we have any towel out of the reserve?
207, 18 chauffeur. You supplying both of you have to go to exposure 3?
So maybe we should get 108. Maybe we should just get 146 out of there.
Yeah, I got the safety battalion. I made him a street coordinator. He's going to coordinate getting. He's going to pull 124 out because we don't want to wait. Have them come back and then 125. Who's that?
That's 112 behind me.
Alright guys, they're making good progress. They dropped down to one tower ladder for now. They got relief coming in. We got 2 hand lines and a duck gun in operation. Alright guys, made it to the exposure 3 roof. Got heavy fire through the roof. They got they got 2 hand lines on the exposure 3 roof with a blitz fire.
We're going to hold it. Check in with the rack manager. Electrical fire 4 out of telephone on 107. Yeah, telephone, we're doing it right now. Ladder 120 to chauffeur. 120 chauffeur. John, just let 148 take the block before you. You come in behind 148, all right? 10-4, we're doing it now. Let 148 go, then 142, then have us coming in. Show for 142. They want the bullet head first, so back down the block. Alright, we're coming down now.
Alright guys, I'm gonna give a few more minutes up here. They're backing down another tower ladder.
We're on our way to channel 3. Backing out.
Alright, there's more on the other side right now. It's probably going to come over here, but they're still backing down that tower ladder, so I'm going to make my way back over there, see what we can get from that side. I'll come back up here if I have to. Alright guys, came back to the front. A decent fire here.
92 rear sector. We're on to the back of another exit. You can start with either 229, 21, and 207. You got 310 and 228, correct? Stand 4. Alright, we're going to set back to 277. Stand 4. Stand by for the Daniel. Mike, hold up. Field count is going to be ladder 133, acting ladder 112. 133, temple.
Assistant Chief Correo and Chief of Operations Esposito, 1084.
16?
Yeah.
Ran it 216? 216. How many lines come off your rig? Wait, 2.
If I could drop down to the floor.
Mike, just put it however you think you can get it. 37 can't get out anyway with 142 hit. 10-4. Good. 133, push more, 10-4. Telephone alarm up in box 8624. On the Bell Parkway, near Ocean Parkway, motor vehicle accident. 8624 on the Bell, near Ocean Parkway, motor vehicle accident. 615. 31. Engine 23 line up box 1679. Request an additional bus for guy with bike name. Okay, tempo. 1516 Delta. Hey Mike, is there a hydrant across you guys? Negative. There's a hydrant down the block where 221 taking up road, and I guess you have someone coming in off of there soon to replace them. They were just packing it home. 246. I'm gonna have you come down with 2 men. We're good.
Alright guys, they're going to transmit a 5th alarm for relief purposes. These are the relief tower ladders, 142, 120, and I think 163 is coming in. That's a 95-footer. They're staying defensive operations.
.311 acting. Field com, go. Bios is car 4, Chief of Operations at Esposito. Transmit the 5th alarm. Okay. Okay. 10-4. Hey, 5th alarm transit in Brooklyn box 270. The address 225 SEIGEL Street. That's between McKibbin Court and SEIGEL Court. Find the Rectory of the church. Hey, 5th alarm's in transit in Brooklyn box.
Alright guys, so as you guys saw from the roof in the back, there's a peaked roof on top of this building. The beam that goes across is really the only thing burning. Most of it collapsed down on this side. I don't know about the other side. But you know, it's a real thick piece of wood up there. It's still burning. They're working on getting 120 set up into operation. 142 is in operation. They have about 3 hand lines on the exposure 3 roof, and 2 or 3 hand lines in the front here, and plus the deck gun is still operating off the engine company in front of the building. Alright guys, they got 120 up, they're getting ready to charge.
Pat, 2 things. 1, when you're ready for water, let me know. 2, the wall on the 2 sides. You do not want to hit that with the bucket. The line, all right? 120 bucks. Alleyway on the exposed 2 sides. Have to walk around the building if you have to stand first. Stand for, please. 291. Stand for. Drill sensors up here as well.
Okay.
Stand for. Keep them down there.
Alright guys, you probably see now better. You see the roof collapse, pretty much the whole thing. 2 towel ladders in operation, 1 deck gun in operation. Defensive operations, continuing to knock down more of the roof. Hot spot.
Good. Tommy, special call 1 battalion chief to Whitecroft Hospital for that injured member that I gave you earlier. Alright, definitely. Guy was from 218.
Alright guys, I'm going to be taking up from here. The press conference will be next in the next video clip. 3 towel ladders in operation. Still continuing to drown the rectory here of the church. Again, next video will be the press conference. Thanks for watching. I guess press conference will be starting shortly.
Earlier this afternoon, while Easter services was being conducted in Our Lady of Pompeii Church, parishioners smelled smoke, and they immediately evacuated. About 150 parishioners were in there. They called the fire department at 1:47, and we responded to the adjoining building to the church, the residency building, and that fire was so intense that it rapidly went to a 5th alarm, meaning that we have over 200 firefighters and medical personnel called to the scene and some 44 units. The fire now is under control, but to give you more detail about the fire and minor injuries we have, I'm going to ask some of our chiefs to come forward. Our Commander Chief, Chief Correa.
Good evening, everybody. So I also have our citywide tour commander, Chief Mike Myers, with us. The units here did an amazing job. They did an aggressive interior attack. They were starting to knock down as much fire as they could. That included not only a hose line attack, but a primary search for any victims. But unfortunately, due to the extent of the fire, the fact that it got up into the 2nd floor, into the attic space, it went beyond our capabilities. We had to transition to an exterior attack. I'll sort of turn over the mic a little bit, talk a little bit about the tower ladders and some of our operations. So we turned the fire over to an exterior attack after we had a mayday inside the fire building. One of our firefighters fell from the second floor through to the first floor while they were fighting the fire. To show the strength and tenacity and determination of our firefighters, they gave the mayday to him. He didn't realize that the mayday was to him, so he bounced up off the floor, came in, and wanted to run back up the stairs to address the mayday issue, but not realizing that the mayday was himself. He was unhurt, thank God, and he was able to continue to fight the fire. But again, just shows the bravery of all of our members as they're out there doing what they like to do, and that's again trying to save everybody and try to save any kind of life that's here within the building. Again, they did the best they could. They put out the fire on the first floor. Unfortunately, extended up into the second floor on the roof area, and at that point, then we had to transition to the exterior attack. Again, being on Easter Sunday, very holy day for all. I think it just goes to show again, God was watching them. They kept the door between the church and the rectory closed, which is a huge thing that we teach out there in the field. Any kind of building, if there is a fire or anything going on in the structure, keep the door closed because that contains the fire. And thankfully, we were able to save the church part of the structure. Has some water damage, but it's undamaged overall. And I think that's God looking down on us today on Easter Sunday and saving at least that part of the building, so the Christians will have some way to still be able to come and congregate.
We were very fortunate to only have 6 minor injuries, and now I have Chief Detective talk about other injuries.
This incident produced a patient of 6. I'm happy to report that there were non-life-threatening injuries that range from minor burns to musculoskeletal injuries. 4 patients were treated on the scene and did not go to the hospital, and 2 patients were treated. Again, I'm happy to report Easter Sunday, and nobody with any life-threatening injuries. We had a mix. We had 3 civilians and 3 firefighters.
All right, we'll open up some questions. MEC? Sir? How many parishioners were inside the church at the time?
There was approximately 150 parishioners in the church.
Ms. Swell? Michelle?
Yes. So I'll let the Chief Myers.
Sure. When the firefighter fell, a lieutenant of one of the truck companies fell through as they were moving in to try to extinguish the fire on the second floor. When the floor was burning on the first floor, it burned through a small portion. So they were up there operating like we always do in an intense smoke and high heat situation. So they were crawling through. They didn't know that there was a hole in the floor that had burned through. So as the firefighter was crawling towards the area where the fire extended to the second floor, he fell through the floor on his way there. Only one firefighter fell down through there, and again, like we said, thankfully it was unhurt from the effort of the units on the first floor to extinguish all that fire on the first floor.
First, we got to change that. Rectory.
That's it?
That's it. Okay. We're very happy.
Is that what piece? I don't know. Okay, never mind. Okay.
It was difficult because of the volume of fire, and it spread from the first floor to the second floor. And it took our firefighters to come in with hose lines initially, and then we went to outside operation with the tower ladders. Right now it's being investigated by our fire marshal.
Next question.
Yeah, that was my question. Cause of the fire.
Everyone good? All right, thank you, everyone.
I understand there's a lot of wood in the building. I mean, is there anything particularly unique about this that made it difficult or stellar?
It's being investigated now, and we'll have that information. But we're just very fortunate on Easter Sunday that there were no serious injuries, and we're thankful to our firefighters who were able to put out a very difficult fire.
Thank you, everybody. No, just that our houses of worship many times have old attic spaces. They have a lot of areas that unfortunately fire can travel, so it just makes it very difficult. But as Chief Myers had said, that a closed door probably, you know, spelled the difference in a very positive way from that fire getting into the prayer area. So.
Thank you, everyone.
All right, guys, we're going 10-8.
So I'm the assistant chief